Hiya, I'm Bruce Fumi and I'm on a windswept hillside in Scotland. It's exactly the kind of place that you go looking for wild haggis. Of course, there was a time when hillsides like this would have been awash with haggis hunts. Now, the hills are empty. But because many of my viewers of this channel are from the wider Scottish diaspora and haven't actually visited Scotland, I thought I'd take a moment to tell you the history of one of our most important animals. In Gaelic, Cuan and Marachal, you may call it the haggis hunting dog. So if you're interested in the people, places and animals in Scottish history, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right. In the meantime, let me tell you their story. We live in a world of processed foods, factory farmed chicken and supermarket butchery. We live in a world where much of our food comes wrapped in plastic instead of a sheep's stomach. We live in a world where a chain named McDonald's doesn't even serve a haggis burger. The impact on the environment and our health has been so well documented that I don't even have to go into that detail today. I'm prepared to bet that in the lead up to Burns Night, most of you will go into your local butcher, worse still, a supermarket, and you'll head home with factory farmed haggis that's never seen the Scottish hills. It's never run wild in the heather. I even saw Marks and Spencer's advertising English bred haggis. Can you believe that? There are people out there swapping full flavoured haggis that's lived out its life snuffling about in the whins and the bracken for tasteless pudding reared in an industrial estate in Cleethorpes. Now, somebody's going to comment that Cleethorpes is a seaside town and it doesn't have an industrial estate. You're missing my point. Beech-reared haggis will never taste the same. They evolved to live in the hills, to eat heather and grow those overdeveloped right legs to give you the succulent meat with a beautiful herbal taste sensation. That is my point. Okay, for the benefit of the internationals, let me explain. Now, haggis evolved to run around these Scottish hills. Now, look at me just now. I have to either stand squint or bend at one knee to stay upright. This is why haggis evolved to have long right legs and short left legs. This allows them to run around the mountain efficiently and upright, as shown in this cave painting recently discovered in Kilmartin Glen in Argyll. Now, there's nothing unusual about the evolutionary process. Kangaroos have long and short legs, but this form of quadrupedal arrangement known in Gaelic as Neochonard, in Scots as Near Cowpit, is unique to the Highlands. Now, there's still some carbon dating to be done, but this incredible cave painting may alter scientists' previous understanding of exactly when the evolutionary line of haggis split away from the mealy pudding. The other thing it shows is just how early humans had domesticated and indeed intentionally bred haggis hunting dogs. You see, the challenge for bipedal humans in hunting near cowpit quadrupeds is that humans are good at running in a straight line on the flat. But round these hills, that was another thing altogether. So our ancestors bred a special type of dog to have two long legs and two short legs. To this day, the process still isn't totally understood. But in the same cave as the haggis chase picture, archaeologists also found a primitive painting of a double helix. It seems that Scots understood DNA more than 10,000 years before Crick and Watson used their X-ray microscope in 1952. But prehistoric Scots had overlooked one thing. They had bred haggis hunting dogs with two long left legs and two short right legs. The dogs could indeed run at speed around mountains, but as we can see from their Paleolithic artwork, they would run one way around that mountain whilst the haggis would run in the other direction. If the haggis hunting dog didn't catch the haggis as it passed, then it had to run all the way around the mountain again. Anyone that's tried to find a parking space in a one-way system knows exactly how frustrating that is. Their search for a solution created two great leaps forward and one hop to the side, obviously. One way to make sure that the dog was in the right place to catch the haggis was to ensure that they ran at each other at exactly the same height in the mountain. Thus, around 8000 BC, Brythonic-speaking prehistoric Scots invented contour lines. But how to know at what height the haggis would be found? Well, evidence suggests that our Goidelic-speaking prehistoric forefathers bred a new type of haggis hunting dog, this time with two long right legs and two short left legs. These dogs would run the same way round the mountain as the haggis, smoking them out and chasing them into the path of the long-legged haggis hunting dogs on the left side. They were coming in another direction and bingo! By the Bronze Age, people were catching more haggis than you could shake a stick at. Now, don't get me wrong, people were still shaking sticks at haggis, but by this stage it was largely ceremonial acts performed at solstice festivals. Many of the early standing stones have got carvings of hunters shaking sticks at half cowpit animals. You can see some of them in the National Museum of Scotland today. However, this success brought its own problems. Not only the depopulation of haggis, but the competition between the Brythonic-speaking hunters using left-legged haggis hunting dogs and the Goidelic-speaking right-legged haggis hunting dog hunters. This is what led to the haggis hunting dog race riots described by Tacitus in the 1st century AD. The other problem with haggis hunting dogs was when they needed to go up and down mountains. You see, for long left-legged haggis hunting dogs to climb a mountain, it used to use the longer left leg to propel itself up the mountain as it ran along, and vice versa, obviously. Now, this is where you often see paths in the Highlands that are clearly clockwise spiral paths carved out by a long right-legged haggis hunting dogs. You'll also see paths established by left-legged haggis hunting dogs with spirals running the other way. Sometimes they give haggis hunting dogs whiskey. Paleontologists have discovered canine remains with different leg lengths at the bottom of several Scottish hills. Now, further work has got to be done on this, obviously, but it seems that haggis hunting dogs are left-pawed, preferring to use their left legs for propulsion. This may be why the first haggis hunting dogs developed had long left legs. However, it seems that long right-legged haggis hunting dogs have tried to turn around and take an anti-clockwise route up a mountain, tipped over, rolled down and perished at the bottom of the mountain. It's believed that this is what led to their extinction. Even left-legged haggis hunting dogs are now very rare. Of course, many will never have seen or heard of them because nowadays so few people practice traditional hunting methods of old. And this is my appeal to you today. You see, when you go to a supermarket to eat factory-fed haggis, you're not only encouraging the breeding of haggis in cramped conditions, or worse still, on English beaches, not only are you cheating yourself of the rich taste and delicate texture of wild haggis, you're also leading to the slow extinction of the haggis hunting dog. You can help save the haggis hunting dog today by clicking the link in the description below to buy a coffee. Now, the funds will initially come to me, but I can assure you, the next time I see a haggis hunting dog, I'll pass those funds on to its owner. Now, for more information on Scotland's history, click the video coming up on screen now. In the meantime, ha mín dóchas gon bí láma alive. Cheery and Drasta.